And Russia's attack on Ukraine may extend beyond geography. One expert says Russia's actions may shift the global power structure, a change that could benefit the Chinese Communist Party. Next, we break down the triangle between the U.S., Russia, and China.
China affairs analyst Jing-Yuen says Russia's attack is an invasion into a sovereign country, and its actions are forcing the U.S. and Europe to shift their focus.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine is indeed forcing the strategic focus of the United States and NATO to shift to Europe. One can say it drastically reduces the pressure on the Chinese Communist Party, and this is actually not in the strategic interest of the United States.
Tang says Russia's invasion will likely harm Europe too, something that stands to benefit Beijing.
Europe will be even more caught up in a game with Russia. Europe won't have as much energy to deal with the Chinese Communist threat anymore. They may even have to compromise with the Chinese Communist Party in some aspect, because in order to reduce the pressure from Russia, he may have to do so.
And what happens if the U.S. steps into the military confrontation with Russia?
If an armed conflict really breaks out between Russia and the United States, it will have the same effect as the 9/11 incident. It will cause the entire U.S. strategic and foreign policy focus to totally shift to Europe and to Russia. That will give the Chinese Communist Party time to breathe.
But Tang notes Russia doesn't want this either.
It's the same for Russia. Actually, for Putin, he doesn't want to see the rise of a powerful communist regime, the Chinese Communist Party. He doesn't want to negotiate with his neighbor China or compromise in order to maintain a relationship with it.
Tang believes that Russia hopes the entire Western world will take aim at Beijing, not Moscow. But how did the situation get to this point? Tang says Russia would rather take the position of an observer, that is, to watch the U.S. and China duke it out.
Putin used to compare a fight between China and the U.S., a fight between a lion and a tiger. And he says Russia is the monkey that's watching the fight, so he really doesn't want to get involved.
Ultimately, Tang says Putin changed his stance due to the U.S. and Europe's strategic position towards Russia. Both of them view Moscow as a major enemy and a threat.